Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? It is Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. It is 6:20 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:20 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm jumping on a little early because I must be done at 6:50 my time because Dan will be going live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. So in 40 minutes, Dan will be live. You'll get a sneak peek of what we do for members every morning. It is our opening show, and you're going to get to see a look behind the curtains if you're not a TCG member. So be sure and tune into that, and there's that link right there. So I have a very annoying alarm set to go off at 6:50 to make sure I am done in time. Thank you, Rob. Hey, Shake and Bake, Greg, Hector. Hey, Tom. Andre, good job. Night Truck, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Hey, Marvin. Swarming, Sir Fernando, Carlos, Tess, ER, Basque, Behawk, Samwise, Mal. Good morning. Welcome to the show. I got my last bite of avocado toast in before I kicked on the microphone. I feel like I still got avocado in my mouth. Good morning. So Andre says he went long on gold on the first hour. Back burner here. So we hit hourly oversold right here, and we're bouncing nicely with a long lower wick of bulls buying the dip. That 2-hour diamond bearish reversal pattern really worked out well. That is a crazy small amount of consolidation. We could go down all the way to 1938 and still be healthy and look for a higher high. So I wouldn't get too complacent here, bears, yet. Hey, testing 2468. Aw. I mentored folks for 3 months, and I miss them. I miss Rob, Tom. I miss y'all. And Dan, Training Man Dan. I need to check in and see how your trading's going. I know, Derek. Isn't Bitcoin going crazy? Brian, I'm a 40-something-year-old woman. Everything is shaking. Ay. I cracked myself up. ARM has a good bounce going. It's up 2.5%. This is still one crappy chart. So daily lower high is the more likely scenario. Weekly lower high is the more likely scenario. 4-hour lower high is more likely scenario. Still a crappy chart. They have news. NVIDIA and ARM to develop chips. Oh, okay. Well, that's why they're bouncing. News may take them further. Happy Tuesday to you, Mike. Crypto bulls had a night. Oh, what a night is what they were singing. Bitcoin up 4.5%. Look at that move. Look at that parabolic move on Ethereum. Beautiful. That will be the talk of the town. And Dan continues to remind our members, and I want to remind you that we are pricing in an ETF getting approved essentially. So every time we get a little rumor of the ETF may be approved, or we're getting closer, or a note was sent back to Grayscale for the ETF, it's getting priced in. So just remember, if that news comes out, we may get a big pop and drop. So I will be looking to short that news, and that will be the next big opportunity that I see presenting itself as far as trading. Brian. Yep, back burners all day on ER. ER on Bitcoin, sorry. Back burners on Bitcoin, yes, and crypto stocks. And that's part of the Queen of the Mountain trade. Any questions, tickers? I'm just sitting here waiting for y'all to ask me something. Good morning, Train Man Dan. I hope you're doing well. Your new situation, I hope it's going great. I'm sure it is. They're lucky to have you. Hey, Anu in India. Hey, Mary. We can get started early if y'all'd like. Yes, it's got a good bounce going, but 4-hour, we need to make a higher high. 42.8075 would be that higher high, and we need to do it with flair and pizzazz because we could be building a daily bear flag. Yep, Paul, I responded to you right here. Is there a ticker for Merrill Lynch? And I show you what I did. I went to Google and I said, who owns Merrill Lynch? And it's Bank of America, BAC. That's who owns Merrill Lynch. So you would be trading Bank of America if you wanted to trade something similar or have some type of stake in Merrill Lynch. That would be via Bank of America. They do not have their own ticker. They were acquired in 2009. All right, SYM. Testing 2468, I'm looking at Riot today. I tend to stay away from Mara because they had dilution. It's just my personal preference. It doesn't mean that it won't trade like Riot, but it's just personal preference. Daily lower low on SYM, is that the ticker? Let me go back. Yeah. That's a big upper wick on last week's candle. Giving back a ton. Now a daily lower high is anticipated. So I would look for reverse back burners to short on this name. PLTR looks good. Weekly higher low is most likely set. And now a bull who missed his 4-hour bounce. Now you're looking for a 4-hour pullback to potentially buy. Looking for that weekly higher low potential swing. NVAX for my friend. Absolutely. NVAX looks terrible. Bounces and news are just for selling right now. NVAX hasn't proven a thing. On the monthly, I'm going to call this a double bottom. We could get a higher low compared to 561. I've got NVAX on major watch toward the end of the year. The highly shorted names that are dumpster fires like NVAX and FSR, I will be watching for end of year potential trade, and it may most likely longs. Market bounce is continuing. Yep, I like Riot. Y'all look at my Queen of the Mountain trades. I promise I don't go sleep under a rock at night. I know what's going on. I better know what's going on, or why would y'all be here? Coin and Riot are two of the names that I like for potential back burner trades today. They're up hugely on Bitcoin bullishness. Yeah, Google's your best friend. If you don't know an answer to a question, Google it. I swear, I'm not kidding. I created and owned a physician practice management company, and I freaking ran that company on Google. Google searches. You need a ICD, you need a CPT code, ICD-9 code, whatever. You just go Google it. Google's your best friend. Weekly uptrend on XRP. I would stay in back burner mode on this name. Parabolic. First hourly oversold should be a good one. I'm going to go set my alert for it. Should be a good one, so watch for back burners to trade. Dang, looks beautiful. Scotty doesn't know nat gas is K-Rap. I will be going over it though. SLB Schlumberger. A weekly lower high, the more likely scenario. Yep, just like XLE. Daily inside bar. You could look for an hourly higher low to potentially buy. Monthly potential bull flag. Weekly is not as healthy. Daily is not as healthy. We're trapped here under the daily 50 MA. I'd be a more comfortable bear compared to 61.20 than a bull compared to 56.74. All right, let's get the show on the road. I have a very annoying alarm that will go off in 20 minutes. I have to shut down the stream at 6:50 my time in order for Dan to log on to do the free open house. And we do this once a month for non-members and members. Right here, you can click on this link. And this is so you can take a look behind the curtain as to how we conduct business over on the opening show. That's true, Andre. You're right. Hey, Mustang Hunts, I haven't seen you in a while, I don't think. I hope you're well. All right, let's do this thing. Let me get on indices. This is who I am. Hi, good morning. I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. If you want to give me a follow on Twitter, that'd be lovely, at Chart Gal Lori. And what I do here every morning is I show you the economic calendar. And the first event we have, I only do 2 and 3 stars only, is at 9:45. So it's 15 minutes after market opens, and that can sometimes be tricky. So set your alarm for that if we'll be live trading the opening. We have a 2-year note auction at 1. And we have API estimates after hours on oil. Then I show you this table, which is still looking a little bit more bearish than bullish, but I think this is kind of old. And things that stick out to me, I highlight in turquoise. So there is some subjectivity to this chart. If you do this chart and I do this chart, we're probably going to come out with different scores. But overall, it helps me just get my head screwed on straight. I still believe we're in a reverse back burner mode, and I'm switching to hourly overbought conditions is what I'm looking for to attempt shorts. But I'm not going to front run them. I'm going to do the right side of the V. And right side of the V, when I say that, what I mean is if I'm looking for a short, I'm looking for a push up and then a 15-minute or 5-minute trend change to the downside. I want to short on the right side of the V. I want to go long on the right side of the V. If you're doing it on the left side, that means you're front running and you can get run over. I like to make the truck back up and pick me up on a trade, meaning I'm not just going to FOMO in. I want it to come pick me up on my limit order. So just think about a truck going by you and make it come back and get you. All right. Oh, nice shake and bake. Very nice. All right. ES, what's going on? 4-hour resistance 42.80.75. We're in an hourly uptrend. Your last support, 42.46.50. On the daily, odds still favor a lower high. Is this weekly low set, or what we're looking for is this monthly high or low? And we need a 4-hour trend change to feel better about the weekly low being set. We need a daily trend change to feel better about the monthly high or low being set. And in my opinion, from the way things are lining up, Amazon, what do we have today? We have Microsoft, Google today, Meta tomorrow. So today, after hours, we have Microsoft and Google, Visa. Tomorrow, we have Boeing in the morning. That's the big one. And then Wednesday after close tomorrow, we have Meta. And then on Thursday, we have Amazon. It gets no bigger than this, all right? Big earnings week. Big earnings today after hours. And I believe that's going to set the tone. For me, not knowing how to spin my wheel here, it's going to set the tone for this potential monthly bull flag on NASDAQ. Is this a monthly bull flag? I think earnings will dictate it. And it may come down to next week. The interest rate decision is next Wednesday, and Apple, I believe, is next Thursday. Please confirm that for yourself. But this monthly potential bull flag holds the secret to every other chart out there, in my opinion. If we have bullish reaction to earnings, which we've already had, bullish reaction Netflix, bearish to Tesla, so it's kind of a push at this point. But if we have bullish reaction, then we could solidify this bull flag, and a lot of names out there will have gotten weekly lower lows without follow through. All right. Yesterday was big for the bulls. We got the weekly lower low without follow through. That is bad news for bears. The bulls have to prove it with a 4-hour trend change. But let me say that again. Weekly lower low without follow through is bad news for the market bears. Bulls are playing defense here. And that is I don't want to say a full on, but that is a go signal. And Dan made a point, I believe yesterday or Sunday, that, basic technical analysis looks at resistance and support. And now these algos are running resistance and support just to reverse it. That's why we're seeing a lot of these bull flags. If you look at oil, we got this daily bull flag here without any follow through. And we're seeing that on a ton of charts. Meta got the monthly bull flag, bull break, and then no follow through. It's recovering now, but look at the pullback from that. Where is the price? Right here. at that pullback. Almost 8% pullback from that monthly bull flag break without follow through. So you can get market generated information. That's what Jim Dalton calls it, MGI, from things that don't happen just as much as you can from what things do happen. So I like to ask myself every day, what are the bulls trying to do? What are the bears trying to do? And how well are they doing it? Are the bears taking advantage of this weekly lower low? They broke it, sure. But how well are they doing it? Not very well. That's not what you want to see. This type of bounce. Bulls stepped in and bought that dip big. And we may get to the point where we're conditioned to buy bear breaks and short bull breaks. And I'm not saying that that's a one size fits all mentality. We do have a lot of scenarios where that can work. If you have a faux head and shoulders, how many of y'all have been in here with me banging the table on this weekly head and shoulders on NVIDIA saying a bear break without follow through could be a monthly bull flag on the higher time frame? So I look for faux head and shoulders. Go to the higher time frame. Is it a bull flag? All right. And it happens more than you think. So I don't automatically assume that a head and shoulders is bearish. If you took this short for the weekly low or high, you made out like a bandit. It was a great trade. You were down almost 15% on that weekly low or high short. But now I think you have to give deference to the bulls for this monthly bull flag with this bear break yesterday by 35 cents and no follow through. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Am I making any sense? So NVIDIA is looking great. They had news yesterday. So faux head and shoulders and look for bull flags on higher time frames. All right. So we beat that dead horse. RTY. RTY is weak. We got monthly bear breaks, weekly bear breaks, daily bear breaks. Do they mean anything if NASDAQ doesn't break down? This may not have follow through if NASDAQ doesn't break down and it holds that monthly bull flag stance. 4 hour, you have resistance at 1699.70. And the same thing holds true for bull breaks as we do bear breaks. If we get a bull break over 1700 on RTY without follow through, that could be a top fish entry. Dow, 4 hour resistance, 33366 and support 33043. Guess what held yesterday, folks? Do y'all remember y'all were in here and I set the alert for tell me if it crosses 33,000? Where did my alert go? I must have done it on DIA. I don't remember. Where did it go? It held. And I said that would be big for market bulls to hold the Dow 33,000, and we held it. These psychologically round numbers on the Dow, they're pretty golden. Look at that top fish against 34,000. Look at that bottom fish against 33,000. All right, VIX. Did anybody take this trade yesterday that I showed y'all? And we were looking at this weekly resistance line. And we broke down from this trend line here I showed you yesterday. So now it's set up well for market bulls to run this, but they got to keep running. They can't run out of steam. And remember, bulls don't have to bring volume. Bears do. So bulls could push this up on very low volume, push the market up. I mean, not VIX. VIX, I'm looking for a 4 hour lower high on a bounce, which still behooves the market bulls. Hang Seng was down 1%. You'll find that on some Asia-related names that they are bearish. DAX is barely green. Bitcoin, what is that? Is it Chris Brown, Run It, Run It? That's what I think. I sing Run It in my head when I look at this song. They are running it. Back burner mode on Bitcoin, meaning first 5 minute oversold, 15 minute oversold. Did we get that yet? Nope, no 5 minute over. Well, yep, we got one back here and that worked. That kind of worked. That was a falling wedge. That didn't work so well. So 5 and 15 minute oversold conditions, look for buying opportunities until that stops working. And then if you're trading coin, Mara, Mara, Riot, MSTR, any of those names that I obviously can't say and get tongue tied. You want to be watching Bitcoin as well as the market. Ethereum, beautiful. I don't get to use this parabola a lot, so let's do it. I don't even know if it can catch that curve. You get the picture. Parabolic. All right, dollar. Speaking of faux head and shoulders, dollar has potential weekly bull flag on the higher time frame. And then we had this head and shoulders that everybody and their brother and mother were watching. We broke bear yesterday. Guess what? Without follow through, and I posted this setup yesterday. It took a while to work. I'll obviously be clear with you that it did take longer than what I wanted for it to work. I got stopped out of this short attempt, but weekly lower high is the more likely scenario. Daily 50 MA overhead, 4-hour overbought in a weekly downtrend. That is a top fish scenario. And we couldn't break 107 and down she went. And I was trading Euro USD short based on dollar faux head and shoulders breaking bear without follow through with this weekly bull flag. So market bulls need to see this fall apart and it's not falling apart yet. That will be one shoe to fall and to benefit the market bulls. Oh shoot, I forgot to start trading view. Oh well, it happens. You're waiting at the bus stop, Matt. I like it. It is, Matt, and that's what I said earlier. The Bitcoin ETF will be sell the news. Okay. Gold. Andre nailed this morning. We had a first hourly oversold after this major bull move. Potential daily bull flag. Bear break without follow through yet. Hourly oversold. That was a nice grab, Andre. So then we move up to first 4-hour oversold. If you're looking for back burners, we can't do hourly anymore because that's already happened. Then we move up to the next time frame. But gold bulls look fine. No harm, no foul. Yet. Oil. Looking for the weekly lower high. Lower high is set. 4-hour downtrend. This thing was beautiful yesterday. I told y'all I was watching for oil. I showed y'all my alert over here. I was looking for an oil short and I was looking for a VIX short, and they both worked out pretty well. So on oil, we're looking for a weekly higher low compared to $80. API estimates after hours. Nat gas. Weekly higher low, the more likely scenario. Finally, this daily's bouncing. What does that look like though? A potential bear flag. Careful, bulls. You could possibly look for a pullback buy. Nat gas bulls are trying to play defense here for that weekly higher low. A long may work on a pullback. Apple, bear break without follow through. We're still looking for a monthly higher low. And this still could be a monthly bull flag, and earnings will likely dictate that next week. Daily 200 MA is below. We're bouncing nice. We're not over yesterday's high. It's a little bit weaker than Amazon and other names I looked at. So I would not want to be an Apple bull today. I'd feel more comfortable being an Amazon bull. We're over yesterday's high, and y'all know how to trade this. You know, if bears are unable to penetrate yesterday's range and they turn and bulls turn and burn it, that is a long signal. Gap rules. Nvidia had news. This is bullish. We're up 1.5% overnight. I would not be a bear on this name. Tesla. Yeah, this is just too good. Monthly bear break without follow through. And bulls like, no, you don't. I wanted that $200 flush so badly. So Tesla is trying to get back over the daily 200 MA. This is bullish. Bear breaks without follow through is bullish. Gap rules apply on this. Nope, sorry, we're back inside yesterday's range. The gap rules don't apply. All right. Hey, short bus. All right, Baba. Why do I keep saying all right? Because I'm trying to just get myself psyched up to tell y'all, be careful on this name. But you see this monthly support of 77.77? We've got a name that's red when the market is green. So I want to be careful. Baba has Singles Day coming up, 11/11. They have Singles Day. We're looking for a monthly high or low. That is the more likely scenario. So I am looking for a potential long. We could use yesterday's low, $79 as our long support. And if we break it, we stop out and we wait for it to get closer to 77.77. All right, that's our monthly high or low. Attempt, 77.77. We have a high probability of getting stopped out of this swing idea, but I like Baba for a long against 77.77. Coin, you're going to want to keep on back burner watch for first 5-minute oversold conditions. You see my little alert right there? That will be a back burner. We're right up here against 918 high. Riot, back burner. And I'm choosing Riot over Mara because of Mara's dilution. So first 5-minute oversold to take advantage of this Bitcoin bullishness. Tan is the next one on the dumpster diving list. Weekly is oversold. Daily oversold, but bullish divergence. Do you see it? So RSI is making higher lows while price is making lower lows. So I'd like to play off of this bullish divergence here. Got a little squeeze going on the hourly chart. I'd like a dip buy against yesterday's low. If I get stopped out, I'm wrong and I'm front running it and I need to wait. TLT, I think this is still a long idea. Look at this bullish divergence on the weekly chart. Higher low on RSI while price made a lower low. Let's see if this can mark the temporary bottom of TLT. I followed, Trevor was posting about this yesterday and I took a long. I got out on the big pop. I would love to add back on a pullback. 83.54 was important back here. It was a pre-market level here. Oh, let me go back to 4 hours so you can see it. Right there. 83.50. If we get in that area, that'd be another long opportunity for me, long attempt. So it is 6:48. I need to wrap it up. Let me turn off my alarm before it is disgusting and bangs on our ear. So if you are not a member of TCG, you can click on this link right here. I'm going to pin it in chat, pin message. It's right here at top now. You can click on that and listen to Charting Man Dan go live in 12 minutes. And you'll get a look behind the scenes of what we do for an hour and a half every morning, getting our traders ready for the open and then staying with them 30 minutes after the open. He sometimes takes live trades, not always, but sometimes, and they're usually goodies. All right, y'all, use stop losses, TCGers. I'll have these notes over to you in a second.